From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Mornings LALATE.
It's a big morning of Mornings LA with incredible big updates about your fourth stimulus check. This fourth stimulus check update of 2021 today reveals to you a lot of incredible great news, as that monthly stimulus check will be landing your bank account starting in the month of July. I'll be going over how much, when you will get it, who gets it, and all the details. Then we'll turn to fifth stimulus. We'll have the big fifth stimulus check update in this recording. That is the SSI SSDI Social Security reforms. You'll learn how much more your benefits will be increased during this recording. Also, fifth stimulus includes a lot of money for single individuals, include hazard pay, includes a lot of money for food, for seniors. There's a lot of other items in the fifth stimulus package, and you're going to hear that in this recording as well. Then I'll be turning back to third stimulus. A lot of big money is going live on the third stimulus. And minutes ago, one item just went live in the third stimulus package. Which one is it? You'll have all the details. The toast is toasting, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here, and let's get to it with the most comprehensive financial news channel. Mornings LA starts right now. The toast is toasted, the butter is buttering. I'm here, you're here. And in July, your stimulus checks will be here as well. In this recording, I'm going to give you your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 with those monthly stimulus checks. Then we'll be going over the fifth stimulus package in the second half of this recording. The big money that will increase your SSI reform. It also has in there hazard pay, money for food, money for a lot of other items that you never thought were actually in the fifth stimulus package. I'll be breaking it down for you as well. There's a lot of items in there for single individuals and seniors. And then I go back to third stimulus as well. A lot of new items are about to go live, and one went live just minutes ago. It's very exciting. But in this recording, for the first time ever, you're going to hear me go over items that need to be in the fourth stimulus package and are not currently in there. Ooh, interesting. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. This channel has now turned 1 year old. And no, I'm not doing my first 365 days in office video. I will not be doing my first 365 days in this office video, but I am glad that you are here, so make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video, 3,000 likes, and if you've not become a member, consider becoming a member, because you want to get these PDFs of what's in the fifth stimulus package. Let's get to the breaking news right now. Fourth stimulus heats up this July with the final vote, but it starts in May, and the fourth stimulus package will provide you a monthly stimulus check. There are similarities between the fourth stimulus package at the top of this recording and the fifth stimulus package later in this recording, stayed at the very end because I got a lot coming up. And what's similar between the two items is that they're both going to go by a process called a reconciliation, which is a 2-month process in which the Congress, not the president, writes the bills, and the Congress will add certain things. In the fourth stimulus package, the Congress has already said they're going to add in multiple stimulus checks. And in the fifth stimulus package, they've already indicated they're going to add in that SSI reform. But for the first time in this recording, you're also going to hear from me what I think they need to also add in under fourth stimulus. Oh, yeah. So let's cut to those monthly stimulus checks. Those monthly stimulus checks under the fourth stimulus package have different amounts and different number of months if you're looking at the Senate Democrats versus the House Democrats. The House Democrats have written the actual legislation for this. They want those stimulus checks to go longer, but for a smaller amount. Here's what they actually write. $2,000 for every person for the first month and $1,000 thereafter for the remainder of the pandemic, and then continuing a year thereafter. Let's compare and contrast the two different packages across the board. There are slight differences about how they do it. So the House members want those stimulus checks, as you just saw, for the remainder of the pandemic plus 1 year. So let's say the pandemic has 4 more months. They want to give you 4 months of checks plus 12 months thereafter, 16 months of checks. Senators want to give it to you for the number of months from July to December, which is 6. And who are the movers and shakers? House members are progressives. The senators are more moderates. And then the amount of the checks. You just saw the House members. They want to do the first month, $2,000, and then $1,000 thereafter each month. The senators, the monthly check amount is unknown, but word on the street is it's this amount. $2,000 the first month, and every month thereafter, which would total $12,000 over 6 months. Or $1,400 a month over 6 months, which would add up to $8,400. And there you go. Very straightforward. Now, let me go over some of the questions you would normally ask. When would you get the first check? July. When would the vote be? No later than July 4th, confirms Leader Schumer and Speaker Pelosi. The first check you would receive in the month of July for the month of July. The next check you would receive in August for the month of August, and then continuing thereafter. There would be no waves of checks. They can't do waves because these are monthly checks. There's no liberty of sending out little checks at a time. No, everyone would get those checks at the same time. And this is not income. It would not be a taxable event. It would not disqualify you from benefits. Who gets it? The same people who got the third stimulus check. If you make less than $75,000, you get it. Married couple, $150,000 or less, you get double that amount. Household of 4, you get 4 times that amount that you saw before. And then if you're on SSI or SSDI, Social Security or Rural Benefits, you get it. Wonderful, great news. So here is what you also need to know. You may think that looks like a lot of money, LALATE, compared to everything that I saw went on in 2020. Let me make very clear that 2021 is not 2020. In 2020, Mitch McConnell's team didn't want to give you even $200 billion. This president so far is up to $8 trillion he wants to spend in 9 months. And in the fifth stimulus package, which is coming up in the second half of this recording, stay to the very end. There's a lot of stuff still coming up in this show. He wants to give upwards of $80,000 to just one person. So $8,000 for just you is not a particularly lot of money. And that is your fourth stimulus check update for today, 2021. Now, here is what you also need to know, is that the fifth stimulus package heats up this September, and it bears a lot of similarities to the fourth stimulus package. First, they're both going to go by a process called the reconciliation. Second, they are both bills that are written by Congress. The president doesn't write the bills. And those congressmen have already said they're going to add on in there certain items. As to fourth stimulus, they confirmed they're going to add in the multiple stimulus checks. And as to fifth stimulus in the fall, they confirmed they're going to add in the SSI SSDI reform coming up in the second half of this recording. So those are the similarities about it. The processes are also the same. It would start with, it is a 2-month process with 2 bills each time. So the first bill is a procedural one. The second one is a substantive one. First, they procedurally agree to do a recon, agree, Senate, agree, President signs it. Then they go back and do the substantive bill. They start with adding everything the President wants in the fourth stimulus, roads, infrastructure, climate, and then the senators add in, and then the Congress adds in the monthly stimulus checks. The House members can add it in when they have the bill, or they can wait to the senators when they get the bill. When would you see the actual amount the senators want to have? In the final 48 hours before it becomes law. That's what's called a vote-a-rama. When the bill lands in the Senate, the final 2 days before they vote on it in July is when those senators introduce amendments called a vote-a-rama. And during those amendments, they will debut that stimulus check amount. So you may have to actually wait to that final moment to see it. As to the fifth stimulus package, the same process. So in the September, the president will provide this, they want to add in there, and then they add in the SSI reform. Now, for the first time ever, what you're hearing in this recording right now is that you, as the viewer of this channel, as the Purple Power, which refers to the viewers of this community, this channel, Purple Power, the advocacy and the push of the Purple Power, you may want to put other things into the fourth stimulus package. And let me tell you what items I think you might want to put into the fourth stimulus package and push. There's a series of items that are all expiring after the end of the third stimulus package. And you've never really heard it from me until now. So you need to be informed about what's about to go bye-bye. First, all the business grants are about to go bye-bye. EIDL, PPP, FP, all those business grants are not slated to return under the fourth stimulus package. Second, all the unemployment assistances are expected to expire and not come back under the fourth stimulus package. That's PUA, FPUC, PEUC. And then finally, all the rent items are expected to go bye-bye. Rent assistance, mortgage assistance, homeowners assistance, eviction moratorium, and mortgage forbearance. So if you want any of those items to be put into the fourth stimulus package, which is to law in July, before Congress goes on recess all the way to September, make the push. Meantime, coming up in the second half of this recording, I'm going to go over the incredible great news of what is in that big money for SSI and SSDI reform. But first, let me tell you broadly what it is, and then I'll cover it in the second half. Under the fifth stimulus package in the fall, they're going to raise all your benefits up to a big new number. I'm going to go over how that's going to work and all those details. But first, let me go over something else. Third stimulus. Yes, the law of third stimulus. A series of wonderful items are about to go live, and one just went live for the third stimulus package. Let me go over all the breaking news today. The restaurant grant just went live from SBA.gov in the third stimulus package. That's the first one. Second, in the next 2-3 days, the homeowners and rent assistance is about to go live. That is rent, utilities, homeowners assistance, and homeowners utilities is going live in May. I've been telling you it's coming. And then also coming in May is the IRS refund of the unemployment. And then finally, in July, is the money for the kids. Now, let me go over those last two items with you slowly. Both of those last two items have literally been misreported on other YouTube channels so egregiously that people are getting very, very confused. Either they're intentionally misreporting it or they absolutely don't know what they're talking about. Let me go over each of them slowly with you. First, the $10,200 on unemployment. In the third stimulus package, they made law that the first $10,200 of unemployment is tax-free for your federal taxes, not your state taxes, for your federal taxes. So what is the federal government doing? If you filed a tax return for 2020 and paid taxes on that first $10,200, they're refunding you the part of the taxes you paid on the $10,200. So if you paid $55 on that on $9,000 of unemployment, they're refunding you $55. They're not refunding you $10,200. There's a series of YouTube channels that are telling people they're getting checks of $10,200 from the IRS. No one in the entire United States is receiving one check of $10,200 anywhere in the month of May. Why? Because that's not what was passed. What was passed is the taxes you paid on a 2020 return which you've already filed. That part that is apportioned to the unemployment will be returned to you. So if you paid $55 on your unemployment, they're going to return that $55. They're not going to return all the taxes you paid, and they're certainly not returning $10,000. Second, the child credit. The child credit has been really butchered not only YouTube channels, but I'm even hearing from viewers whose tax preparers are confused by it. Let me go over the details. If you have a child 17 to newborn, you're going to get either $3,600 or $3,000, either $300 a month or $300 a month or $250 a month. Who gets it is where the confusion's kicking in. There's only two qualifiers to get it. One, the child exists and IRS knows the child exists. And two, you made less than $75,000. That's it. That is it. People have been sending me messages. I was told if I'm on SSI and SSDI, I don't get it. No, not true. I was told that this and that. No, there's only two qualifiers. So here's where people will not get the benefits, and you need to fix it. Number one, you don't file tax returns, and the IRS doesn't know the child exists. You need to file a tax return to show the IRS you're making less than $75,000 and that the child is yours and is with you. That's the first scenario. The other scenario is people who are filing tax returns but are not listing their children, perhaps because they were just born or born during the last tax year. You need to alert IRS that that child exists, even though you're filing tax returns. If the child is not on the tax return, they don't know the child exists. Go to the tax preparer to get both those things fixed right away. And with that, hopefully that was informative for you about what's happening in third stimulus. The also went live just a few days ago was a Shutter Venue grant, and the EIDL grant is expected to go live in the next few days as well. Coming up at the commercial break, I go over the incredible details of what's in the fifth stimulus package. It includes a lot of money for also seniors and hazard pay and more. All those details are coming up after the commercial break, but first, here's a little bit about the community page. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.lalate.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on Mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. And the excitement continues just in about 2 hours from now. Are you ready? I'm ready. I hope to see you in about 2 hours from now. That's noontime, our irreverent, lighthearted midday update about the financial news markets and about your fourth stimulus check update for today and your fifth stimulus check update for today. And then 2 hours after that, I am back with you with my interactive show in which I answer your questions live on air. That is the first afternoon's LALATE show. It's 2 hours after noontime. Our programming schedule is easy to follow because there's a new show every 2 hours. And then after that, we go into our late night schedule. Afternoon's LALATE tape show at 6 p.m. I'm in the live chat with you with that. Then evening's LALATE. And then the irreverent laugh-a-minute, humor-only broadcast with Javita Late and Sirloin. That is LALATE night. How are you? You having a good morning? I hope you are. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here. And make sure you subscribe. I want to really thank everyone for a wonderful week. The love on this channel has been really quite wonderful over the last few days. Everyone has been really, really kind to one another, and the support and the mood has been really wonderful. One thing that I would just add to it is if you're a new viewer to this channel, sort of say, hi, I'm a newbie. And if you see that newbie, say hello. I've had a couple of newbies saying, I'm having problems meeting people and interacting with the old faces. So if you're an old viewer and you see a newbie, introduce yourself. Say where you're from. How are you? Welcome them to this community, the community of the Purple Power. Also, like this video. 3,000 likes. Let's do it. Let's get these videos ranking #1. Amen. Also, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. All right, let's get to the fifth stimulus check. Let me give you your fifth stimulus check update today, 2021, all across the board. The fifth stimulus package, again, we'll have an add-on from those Democrats, and that add-on is the SSI and SSDI reform. Let me go over broadly what it is, and then I'll go over all the details. Again, the Democrats are going to add the SSI reform in there. What are the items? Very easy to understand. They're going to increase your benefit limits, increase the asset limits, add an inflationary benchmark, and then remove the income exclusion and remove the marriage penalty. What does that mean, and how does that work? Let me explain it to you right now. First, they're going to raise your benefits up. Who's you? Everyone. SSI, SSDI, Social Security, Railroad Benefits, Veterans Benefits, and SSA is who they represent. They say they're going to raise everyone's benefits up to a new number. That will be your new number going forward. Then they're going to tie you to inflation. So every December when they reassess your benefits, they're going to raise them up based upon the inflation's move that year. Inflation is expected to go up 2 to 4% over the next few years. But if inflation goes through the roof, your benefits will go through the roof. Then, number 3, they're going to remove the asset cap. The asset cap is dated back to a 1984 law, which prevents holding more than $3,000 on hand for some of you. Then they're going to remove the income cap. It dates back to 1962. That prevents you from working if you want to work. They're going to remove it. So if you want to work, you don't have to. You can bring home $1,000, $2,000 a month and still stay on benefits and get $12,000, $24,000 a year. And finally, if you are a victim of the marriage penalty, you know what it is. If you don't know what it is, it's not affecting you. But if you know what the marriage penalty is, they're getting rid of it and it will go bye-bye. So the question is when? Same process, reconciliations, 2-month process. So they would start in September and then it would be done around October-ish. So the first month you would likely see the benefits impact your benefits is November. And to which I have to also add that there's always someone who will ask, will it hurt something else? No, no, no. So it's not going to hurt one item else. They're not improving this to hurt something else. It's not going to hurt your Medicare or your Medicaid or your SNAP or your other benefits. No, it's not designed to hurt something else. And with that, let's turn to the incredible details about what's in the fifth stimulus package. The President of the United States, in debuting the fifth stimulus package this week, did a butcher job. And he did that again with the third stimulus package in January. Why did he butcher it? First, he made it sound like he was telling you everything, which he was not, because the list is much longer. Second, he uses these terms to try to simplify things, and by simplifying it, it makes it sound like it's only that. So he's calling it the American Family Plan. So you may be listening like, I don't have a family. I'm a single parent. I'm a single person. This doesn't apply to me. It does. He just keeps on choosing terms to simplify things and making people think that they're not included in the coverage of the items. And you are. So let me go over the items so you actually see what they are. The first few are for children, and then you're going to start to see they kick in for single people in just a second. All right, first, more money for high-quality child care and ensuring families get a portion of their child income services. Next, paid family and medical leave program. All right, I'll stop right there. That's for single people. And I'm going to go over in some of the recordings in the next few days. The paid sick leave or family leave is, again, not just for sickness. It could be just for a stalker. So if you're a single individual and you have a stalker, you can get 12 weeks of paid leave. So that is also for single individuals, and it's not just for medical situations. All right, then we go to children. Preschool, free preschool for 3 to 4-year-olds, and then 2 free years of community college for all students. Then more money for the Pell Grant, and then more money for college grants retention completion. So far, let me go over those items and give you my opinion of the situation. I like the grants. I wish there were more grants. If you're wondering where that $1,700 is from the third stimulus package, it's not automatic if you're a college student. You have to reach out to your college advisor to get it. But I don't like the 3 to 4-year-old preschool, and I don't like the free community college for 2 years. Why? Because there's no income limit on it. So billionaires are going to get this relief. If billionaires want to send their 3 to 4-year-old to preschool, we're paying their bill. Yep, the way this is written. And if billionaires want to send their kids to free community college for 2 years, we got to pay their bill. Yep. So I would propose it would be $75,000 or single parent, or $150,000 married couple. That should be the income qualification for these free education. Then we go to some more free education, which is 2 years if the single parent makes $125,000 or less. Again, I don't think that's logical. The parent's making six-figure. The single parent is making six-figure, and we're paying for their kids' education? No, it should be lower. $75,000 for that single parent, married couple, $150,000 or less. All right, then it goes to more money for children nutritional needs and more money for SNAP, including EBT. I love this. I think it should be more. SNAP has been really one of the big success stories of this channel. SNAP has just really helped a lot of people. The Trump administration and then the Biden administration extended SNAP to a 15% increase for 1 year. And that 15% increase is great. If you're in Hawaii and a family of four, you would normally get about $1,400 a month. They're increasing it 15%, so you're getting upwards of $16,000 a year. It's incredible relief. You know why it's incredible? Because when the federal government is paying for your food, then that $16,000 is money that you could spend on something else which you couldn't otherwise afford. Perhaps you didn't have money to go get that dental job, or you didn't have money to fix the tires on your truck. Now you have the money because the federal government's picking up the bill for the SNAP. So I like this. I would spend more money on it. Great idea. Then there's more money. Then they're trying to make permanent the insurance premiums under the third stimulus package. This is for seniors. This is for single individuals. This is for everyone. And so this is that insurance premium provision under the third stimulus package. I don't go through it too much because it's very, very complicated for this channel, but they're trying to make it permanent. I love that. And then the last three items, the most controversial items of the fifth stimulus package. And let me go over them one at a time. First, with the least controversial one, the earned income tax credit, the hazard pay. Okay. So earned income tax credit has been around far before this pandemic. And that earned income tax credit initially was less money for less people. But under the third stimulus package, it became the following. It became an earned income tax credit of $1,504 if you're 19 years or older and you make less than $25,000. That's currently the law in the third stimulus package. The fifth stimulus package proposes to make that a permanent law. I think it's good. I think it's too small. Here's what I would recommend to do. The number should be higher. It shouldn't be 1504. It's hazard pay. It should be more money. And second, it absolutely should remove the cap of people who make less than 25,000. I've had countless people, thousands of people on this channel say, so if I made 26,000, I'm out of luck. Yeah, I don't know why they're limiting the cap on it. So it should be more money and it should be more people qualified to get this earned income tax credit, otherwise known as the hazard pay provision. And then the next one, expand the child care tax credit. Now, this is not the child credit. This is the child care tax credit. I love this one. Again, I think it's too small. I think it should go bigger. Under the third stimulus package, there is a current law, and they want to make that permanent. What is it? One child, you can deduct 50% of your child care costs up to $5,000, or two or more children up to 50% or $8,000. Why is it not more money? If you got 5 kids and you got $45,000 of child care costs, you only get to deduct $8,000 of it? Why? I mean, if you're spending the money, why is it not deductible? It should always be 50%. There should be no cap on it. You know, either you remove the cap or you remove the 50%. I would remove the cap. I mean, if you're spending the money, why is it not tax deductible? I don't know why it's being limited. I think it's a great idea, but I think it needs to be bigger. And then finally, the most controversial one. Yeah, that one. The president's proposing to take that $3,600, that $3,000, which I detailed earlier in this video, let's say $4,000 for simplicity, which is currently 1 year, and trying to make it 6 years. So if you have a 4-year-old, he's trying to give that 4-year-old $24,000. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's too much money. But here's my bigger concern, is that Representative Neal, who's head of the Ways and Means Committee, at the same time the president was introducing this, the fifth stimulus package, the president's ally, Representative Neal, wrote a bill that embodies what the president originally wanted to do, which was not 6 years. The president didn't really originally want to do 6 years. He wanted to do lifetime. And that's what Richard Neal's bill says. 17 years of $4,000, $80,000. So you give birth to a child tomorrow, that child will get $4,000 every year for 17 years. I think it's way too much money. And that's my opinion. Love to hear your opinion as well. And with that, you're up to date on your fourth stimulus check update of 2021 for today, your fifth stimulus check update of 2021 for today, and your third stimulus check update. A lot of items are still going live. It's going to be a big day with a lot of stuff across the board. Let's tune in and see what Wall Street is doing right now. Let me look and take a breather and tell you what's going on Wall Street and where the activity is at this very moment. Currently, the Dow is down 210 points, the S&P is down 24 points, and the NASDAQ is down 63, so less than 1% across the board. And there you go. Let's look over at crypto. And in crypto, Bitcoin is up 7%, 8% for the day. Ethereum is currently up 1%. Very interesting. And nothing else of magnitude, of enormous magnitude of financial news. Berkshire Hathaway's annual meeting is tomorrow, and Buffett and Munger will both be there. Very interesting. The number of vaccination shots are continuing to drop as people are not particularly surging out to get those shots done. And then lumber prices are absolutely soaring through the roof, while new home sales are continuing to slump. There's a big room of people in the chat right now, and who do I see? I see Crayola, and I see Lynn, and I see Diane, I see Balua. How are you? And there is John Thompson, and there is Lorena, and there's Shirley Parker. How are you, Shirley Parker? There's Debbie and Charlotte and Diane and David and Sheila and Ada, and there is another Charlotte and Jacqueline. How are you? And another Charlotte as well, and Danine and Ronnie Jones and Jamie, and who else do I see? And there is there's Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie. And Cheryl. How's everyone doing? And there's Mike as well. It's a big day, and I'm real excited for you. Thank you for joining me on a Big Mornings LA broadcast. If you missed Early Mornings LA, that's now on the channel. But meantime, the excitement continues. In 2 hours from now, are you gonna join me? I'll be looking for you. And if I see you, I'm gonna mention that I saw you. Coming up in 2 hours from now is noontime at 2 p.m. and then afternoons LA at 4 p.m. Oh, the excitement is gonna really heat up. And then we go into the night shows. They're gonna be very good shows tonight. Afternoons LA at 6 p.m. Evenings LA at 8 p.m. And then at 10 o'clock tonight is LA Late Night with Sirloin and Javita Late, that irreverent humor-only broadcast. And with that, the toast was toasting, the butter was buttering, I was here and you were here, and I'm going to see you hopefully in 2 hours from now as we continue with Noontime LA. Make sure you subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Make this channel grow. Share the videos on Facebook and Instagram. Tell other people to come on over. Tell them this is the channel to watch. Also, like this video, 3,000 likes. If you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino, VIP. Stay informed, stay focused, keep on smiling, and stay with LA.